Welcome to HFY Sci-Fi Stories. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss new stories. The annual Galactic Predator Academy Symposium promised the usual dry academic fare, but a palpable tension thrummed in the air. 300 of the galaxy's most renowned xenobiologists filled the crystalline amphitheater orbiting Nexus Prime, their diverse sensory apparatus fixated on the immense holographic display above the podium. Dr. Vorthol, a hegemony researcher whose chitinous shell shimmered under the artificial glow, adjusted his translator, a wet click echoing in the chamber. "Esteemed colleagues," his amplified voice resonated, "today marks the culmination of 17 cycles of dedicated research, the definitive Galactic Predator hierarchy." Polite applause rippled. Mandibles clicked approvingly. Gas bladders swelled with alien enthusiasm from the Drift Collective, and even the stoic Silicon Coalition allowed their optical sensors a pulse of subdued approval. The holographic display burst to life, showcasing a complex 3D pyramid, each entry meticulously detailed with biometric data, hunting strategies, prey preferences, and lethality coefficients calculated to excruciating precision. At the apex, Dr. Vorthol declared, a clawed appendage pointing, the undisputed apex predator, the void stalker of the outer rim. The display zoomed in, revealing a horrifying visage of crystalline teeth and quantum-shifting flesh. A shiver passed through the audience. Many remembered void stalker encounters all too well. The statistics were staggering. Average length, 47 meters, vacuum survival capability, phasing ability, hunting success rate, 98.4%. Moving down, Dr. Vorthol continued, we find the plasma bears of Helios 7, the dimensional wolves of the Fold Nebula, and the infamous bone crushers of the Dead Zone. Each name evoked hushed murmurs of dread and respect. These were the legends, the stuff of nightmares, the reason entire star systems became off-limits. A small blue light blinked at the display's base. Annoyance flickered in Dr. Vorthol's compound eyes. "It seems we have a query from our observer delegation." Tucked away in the amphitheater's shadows, almost lost among the towering aliens, a lone figure sat clad in a simple environmental suit. A human, the database grudgingly admitted, raising a fabric-covered hand. Dr. Vorthol's mandibles clicked, irritation barely concealed. The Earth delegation hadn't been invited. They had simply arrived 3 days earlier, claiming proper credentials and a legitimate scientific interest. The Galactic Academic Council, swamped by symposium preparations, hadn't fully validated their data. Dr. Vorthol's tone, urgent and sharp, signaled, "Expedite this." The human's voice, a raw crackle through their archaic device. No refined translation, just basic sound. Answered, "Thank you, Dr. Vorthol. I'm Dr. Alex Morgan, Terra Institute of Comparative Biology. Compelling presentation. My question, I was reviewing your elaborate hierarchy and noted omissions within the Earth entries. Specifically, tigers are absent." A stunned silence descended upon the amphitheater. Hundreds of eyes' optical sensors, heat receptors, electromagnetic field detectors focused on the small human. Dr. Vorthol's respirator wheezed, strained. "Tigers?" The word emerged garbled from his struggling translator, as if wrestling with an alien concept. "Yes, tigers. Panthera tigris. Large terrestrial carnivore, roughly 3 meters. Distinctive orange and black stripes. Native to Earth's Asian continent. Where do they fit?" Dr. Vorthol's assistant, Dr. Quilp, a quivering mass of sentient neural tissue, frantically tapped into the central database. Data cascaded across auxiliary displays as search algorithms whirred. "I'm unfamiliar with this species," Dr. Vorthol confessed, his composure wavering. "Are you certain of your classification?" "Absolutely. Tigers are well documented, around for 2 million years, give or take. A notably successful apex predator." The word apex rippled through the audience. Dr. Quilp's neural mass pulsed with what could only be described as scholarly terror. Dr. Morgan, Dr. Vorthal said slowly, our comprehensive Earth biosphere survey concluded just last cycle. Detailed files exist on every significant predator. No entries match your description. Alex's helmet tilted slightly. The opaque faceplate somehow conveyed amusement. That's odd. Did you survey all continents? Tigers are prevalent in certain regions, though not as much. Only about 4,000 remain in the wild, but still visible. 4,000? Dr. Vorthal's respirator emitted another strangled sound. You suggest Earth sustains 4,000 apex predators, undetected by our survey. Wild tigers, yes. Add captive populations, zoos, private reserves, breeding programs, and the number rises significantly. Dr. Quilp's neural tissue shifted to an alarming purple. Error messages cascaded across displays. The Galactic Predator database, 17 cycles in development, peer-reviewed by the galaxy's finest minds. Biology readings return null for a common Earth predator. Panic laced Dr. Vorthorpe's voice as he addressed Dr. Morgan. Could you elaborate on these tigers? Certainly. Imagine massive felines, mostly solitary hunters, active at night. They can overpower prey far larger than themselves. Incredible swimmers and surprisingly agile climbers. They can leap 10 meters from a standstill. A ripple of unease spread through the audience, smaller species edging toward the exits. Alex continued blithely. Ambush predators. They use camouflage to get close, then target the throat or spine. Armed with retractable claws, 10 centimeters long, and a bite force of around 1,000 psi. Standard predator stuff. Dr. Vorthorpe's compound eyes locked onto his frantically working assistant, Dr. Quilt, whose color deepened from purple to near black as error messages cascaded across his display. Dr. Morgan, Dr. Vorthorpe pressed carefully. When you say big cats, how large exactly? Males, 250 to 300 kilodolars. Females a bit smaller, 160 to 200. But they aren't the biggest. There are others, larger. A voice from the amphitheater's depths, species unidentified, broke the tension. Tigers are impressive, but surely not Earth's apex predators. I was curious about their position on your threat scale, perhaps comparable to void hunters or nebula serpents. The silence that followed resonated with the weight of collective realization. Dr. Quilp's nervous tissue pulsed erratically, bordering on systemic collapse. Finally, a faint, bioluminescent glow flickered above his form. Sir, Dr. Quilt's translated voice trembled. I've identified the error. Our Earth study relied solely on orbital scans and atmospheric data. We never landed. Pandemonium erupted. Clicks, chirps, gurgles, and electronic shrieks filled the amphitheater as alien delegates clamored for answers. The universal translators strained to keep pace. Silence! Dr. Vorthorpe's breathing apparatus roared like a steam explosion, gradually silencing the chaos. Logan, are you implying our exhaustive star system assessment completely overlooked a whole class of top-tier predators native to your planet? Alex hesitated. Overlooked isn't quite right. It's more like several classes. Frankly, tigers are only... First, there's a dazzling array of formidable big cats. Lions, leopards, jaguars, cougars. Then the bears, wolves, the terrifying crocodilians, the sharks. Each word detonated in the vast amphitheater, a small shock rippling through the delegates. Dr. Quilp's stress-addled brain was awash in colors beyond the spectrums of many present. Bears, Destar breathed, a hushed, fearful tone. Oh, bears are truly impressive. Some species can weigh up to 800 kilograms. As omnivores, they adapt to nearly any habitat. Some achieve speeds of 60 kilometers per hour. exceeding our ground vehicles, and their intelligence is astounding. They've been seen wielding tools, solving intricate puzzles, even strategically preparing for seasonal shifts. The representative from the crystalline hegemony rose abruptly, their multifaceted form scattering the chamber's light into a vibrant array of rainbows. Dr. Morgan, how many of these bear creatures populate your world? It varies by species. Perhaps 200,000 brown bears roam globally. Black bears? Maybe 600,000. Polar bears are sadly endangered, with only around 26,000 remaining. And then, we have sun bears, sloth bears, spectacled bears. Varied species of bears? The utterance emerged from the Drift Collective, accompanied by the hiss of rapidly depleting gas sacs. Indeed, 8 recognized species, contingent on subspecies classifications. Each occupies a unique ecological niche: forests, mountains, Arctic expanses, tropical zones. Bears exhibit incredible adaptability. Dr. Vorthol slowly pivoted toward Dr. Quilp. Dr. Quilp, our initial Earth assessment identified how many apex predator species? The doctor's nervous system flickered weakly. 12, sir. We documented 12. And Dr. Morgan has already detailed approximately 15 additional species within moments. Alex adjusted their helmet slightly. I'm just warming up. Care to hear about sharks? The emergency recess stretched for 14 crucial minutes, just enough time for Dr. Vorthol to ingest 3 doses of anti-anxiety medication, and for Dr. Quilp to desperately scour every biological database known to the galaxy. When the session resumed, the atmosphere of academic composure had dissolved into a palpable tension, bordering on outright panic. Dr. Morgan, Dr. Vorthol began, the clicks of his breathing apparatus betraying intense stress. Before we proceed, I must inquire. These sharks you mentioned, are they perhaps small scavengers, filter feeders, something of that nature? Alex shifted within their suit. Hardly. Great white sharks can grow to 6 meters, exceeding 2 tons. Their jaws contain roughly 300 serrated teeth arranged in rows, which constantly replenish. Their bite force reaches 1/800 psi. A collective gasp, or the nearest equivalent among the gathered species, filled the vast chamber. Yet the truly awe-inspiring aspect of sharks, Alex murmured, drawing closer, his voice laced with wonder, lies within their extraordinary senses. They're able to perceive the faintest electrical whispers. Imagine sensing blood a kilometer away with only a few billionths of a volt, and some navigate by magnetic fields. Sharks, nature's perfected weapons, honed for 400 million years. Dr. Renthik of the Spiral Confederation shot up, crystalline chimes echoing. 400 million years? Longer than most civilizations. Sharks are just the start. Crocodilians, 200 million years unchanged, are flawless killers. Hours of stillness erupt into blinding speed, and then comes the death roll, a spinning vortex of destruction. Dr. Quilp's anxiety manifested as swirling geometric patterns across his surface. Triangles, spirals, fractals, as he absorbed this data. Dr. Morgan, from the Silicon Coalition, interrupted Dr. Falcon, optical sensors unwavering. You speak of these apex predators as ordinary. Surely they're confined, managed. Alex turned. That's the thing. Managed, not really contained. We try in populated zones, but their ranges overlap ours. Sharks own the oceans. Bears scavenge in suburbia. Mountain lions, they've been seen inside major cities. Silence fell like a hammer. Within cities? Dr. Vorthol barely whispered. Sure, Los Angeles has mountain lions living in the hills. They come down sometimes, but usually it's not a problem. They prefer to avoid people. Dr. Henthal, a being of pure gas, translated his disbelief. You live with apex predators in your cities? We don't live with them, more like share space with occasional incidents. Wildlife management handles conflicts, relocation, deterrence, education about predator territory. Predator territory? The question echoed. Yeah, hiking rules, camping safety, securing food. Don't run from bears, make noise where there are mountain lions, skip swimming at dawn and dusk when sharks are feeding. Just the usual. Borth's respirator wheezed, sounding like a dying machine desperately struggling for air. Dr. Morgan, he rasped, his voice strained. Are you truly suggesting that humans nonchalantly intrude into the very homes of these beings? Apex predators for recreation? Absolutely. We adore camping, hiking, swimming, fishing, even hunting. Earth's wild places are incredibly popular. National parks, wilderness areas, millions flock to them annually seeking joy. Quilt whispered, his voice barely registering. We crave fresh air, the workout, that vital connection with nature. Immersion in wild spaces, it's deeply rewarding. We prepare gear, knowledge, plans, risks, are usually manageable if you're intelligent. Dr. Yentl from the Methane Collective emitted whistles, translated as hysterical laughter. Manageable? These beasts are galactic threats in most systems. Seriously? An overreaction. Yes, they're dangerous if you're foolish or unlucky, but we've coexisted for millennia. We've crafted successful coexistence strategies. Alex paused, thoughtful. Actually, it's reciprocal. Many adapted to us urban coyotes, suburban deer, city raptors. Some even thrive in human-altered environments. Raptors, Dr. Vorthora's voice wavered. Birds of prey. Hawks, eagles, falcons, owls. Superior hunters. Incredible eyesight. Silent flight. Precision strikes. Peregrine falcons dive at 300 kph. Golden eagles kill young deer. Great horned owls crush bones. Dr. Quilp's nervous tissue displayed equations, predator-prey ratios, ecosystem stability models, perhaps. Raptors in your cities? Dr. Thalson's sensors flickered. Oh, urban raptors are normal? Skyscrapers are perfect nests, imitating cliffs. Cities offer abundant prey pigeons, rats. We even have falcon cams to watch nesting pairs raise chicks. Watch them? Dr. Paranthix's plates produced jarring chimes. For fun, mostly education, wildlife conservation, ecological research, public awareness. Children love watching fledglings learn to fly. Silence descended. A silence of beings processing information, shattering assumptions about predator-prey dynamics and civilization. At last, Dr. Vorthor's voice, a low, measured rumble, broke the silence. Dr. Morgan, he inquired, a subtle urgency lacing his tone. Tell me, how can a human child possibly endure, surrounded by these beings? It seemed most human settlements favored areas with fewer predators. Urban and suburban zones offered a certain safety. Children learned simple precautions. Avoid wild animals. Stay close to adults in the wilderness. Heed warning signs. But your schools, your children's nurseries, surely these are reinforced spaces. Alex's visor angled, a gesture that hinted at bafflement. Reinforced? Not exactly. Schools have basic security, but targeted towards human threats. Kids play outside, explore nature trails, get outdoor lessons. We hope they connect with the natural world. Dr. Henthal's form roiled, a tempest of energy. You willingly expose your young to zones with apex predators. Willingly expose isn't quite right. It's about weighing risks and nature education. Sure, age-appropriate supervision and safeguards are critical, but shielding kids from nature completely would mean raising them in a vacuum. From the crystalline delegation, someone grumbled, "Sounds like excellent survival strategy." Alex countered, "Perhaps from an immediate safety view, but humans are integral to Earth's ecosystems. We grew alongside these creatures. Severing that connection could cause bigger problems, psychologically, culturally, ecologically. Dr. Quilp's nerve web glowed intensely. Sir, I've analyzed Dr. Morgan's claims. Projecting from comparable species, Earth's predator numbers are 47 times higher than assumed. 47 times, Dr. Vorthal's vent wheezed. And that's only based on the creatures mentioned so far, sir. If that's a snapshot of Earth's predator population. Alex shifted in his suit. Oh, right, we haven't really touched on the ocean. Sharks are just one part of the marine predatory web. We also have giant squid, orcas, barracuda, moray eels, stonefish, blue-ringed octopi, box jellyfish. Dr. Vorthal sank back, his shell groaning. What's the overall count, Dr. Morgan? Predator count depends on your definition, really. If we're talking about anything actively hunting others for food, probably thousands, tens of thousands, including insects and other smaller hunters. Chaos erupted anew. This time the noise wasn't discourse, but collective dread. Dr. Quilp's nerve web shifted into intricate designs, a possible cognitive defense mechanism. But what truly fascinates me, Alex murmured, seemingly untouched by the surrounding turmoil, their voice carrying a quiet intensity. So in your structured ranking, how do humans measure up? We're predators, undeniably, and I'm deeply curious to understand our position relative to the diverse species you've meticulously categorized. The question lingered in the crystal arena, a choking cloud of unease. Some delegates displayed involuntary twitches, mandible clicking, optical sensors meticulously cleaned. The methane collective shuddered, rapid pressure equalization hissing like escaping air. Dr. Vorthop's multifaceted gaze swiveled to Dr. Quilp, his voice a rasp. Where did we initially classify humans? A flicker of what seemed like shame rippled across Quilp's nervous tissue. Category 7, sir. Harmless omnivores, rudimentary tool users. Category 7, Alex repeated, a thoughtful edge sharpening his tone. So, essentially, scavengers, opportunistic feeders. Yes, Dr. Vorthad conceded, his breathing labored, sounding strained. Your species lacked significant natural defenses, specialized hunting adaptations, any real physical advantage. Interesting, Alex murmured, the casualness of his voice more chilling than any threat. A wave of disquiet rippled through the assembly. Dr. Zunth Thara of the Deep Void Confederation leaned forward, her photosynthetic skin pulsing with anxious light. Dr. Morgan, you understand our evaluation. Humans appeared small, fragile, without natural armor or weapons. No claws, fangs, venom. Right. No inherent weapons, Alex affirmed. We had to invent them. The ensuing silence was heavy with unspoken terror. Invent them? Dr. Vorthad breathed, the words barely audible. Yes. Tools, weapons, hunting strategies, Alex began, growing colder with each word. Sharpened sticks and stones at first, then we progressed. Agriculture, metallurgy, chemistry, engineering, everything to thrive. Dr. Quilp's nervous tissue spiraled through colors suggesting frantic data retrieval. Dr. Morgan, elaborate on your current predatory technologies. Oh, hunting equipment? Pretty much anything you can imagine, really. Projectile weapons, from bows and firearms to rocket systems. Traps, tracking, aerial surveillance, thermal imaging, weapons that can strike targets kilometers away. Underwater gear, high-altitude pursuit. Every word landed like a hammer blow. Representatives from less developed species made their discomfort clear. But the truly effective stuff, Alex continued, casually, isn't the hardware. It's the strategies. Persistence hunting, coordinated tactics, environmental manipulation, psychological warfare. Psychological warfare? Dr. Vexen echoed. The Spiral Arm Collective shuddered, tentacles coiling and recoiling, not only from the presence of prey, but also from other formidable hunters. Humans, Alex continued, excel at establishing dominance and claiming territories. We've largely removed or displaced competing apex predators from the lands we sought to control. The hiss of Dr. Vorthal's breathing apparatus intensified, like a kettle on the verge of boiling over. Removed apex predators? He questioned. Indeed, Alex confirmed. Wolves, bears, big cats, anything that threatened our settlements or livestock. At times, we hunted them to near extinction. Other times, we altered their habitats until they could no longer thrive. It's standard territorial behavior, really. Dr. Quilp's bioluminescent patterns shifted, now displaying intricate mathematical equations. Sir, he interjected, I detect discrepancies in the data. If humans routinely eliminate apex predators, how do the species Dr. Morgan previously described still roam Earth? Alex replied, a fair point. We evolved, learned to manage resources better. We realized that eliminating predators destabilized ecosystems, impacting our food production and overall environment. We then created conservation protocols, protected habitats, breeding programs, and population management strategies. We now maintain predator populations to support ecological balance, minimizing conflict with humans. A profound silence descended upon the amphitheater. Even the air recycling system seemed to hush, as if the machinery itself was listening with disbelief. Dr. Thulkine's optical sensors focused with unwavering precision. Dr. Morgan, are you implying that humans actively manage the apex predator populations across your entire world? Precisely. Fish and game departments, wildlife services, conservation groups, and international treaties all work together. We monitor population changes, genetic health, habitat quality, and prey availability. When populations swell or dwindle, we intervene with relocation, breeding programs, selective culling, or habitat restoration. You control the apex predators, Dentic articulated slowly, his crystalline plates emitting resonant tones that echoed like mournful bells. Manage is a better word. It's more like ecosystem engineering. We've come to understand that healthy predator populations are vital for a stable environment, so we strive to maintain them at optimal levels. Dr. Henthal's gaseous form swirled more and more erratically. But if you possess such ecological control, why do you still engage in recreational activities within predator territories? Because it's enjoyable. The statement hung in the tense atmosphere like a verdict. Enjoyable? Daniel Vortal repeated, his voice devoid of inflection. There's a primal thrill in confronting the raw power of nature, venturing into bear territory on foot, plunging into oceans where sharks patrol, sleeping under the stars where predators stalk. That kind of danger, that exhilarating rush, it awakens something deep inside. Dr. Quilt's nervous tissue was now displaying patterns. The images resembled stark danger alerts. Dr. Morgan, you're describing deliberately inviting peril, seeking encounters with the deadliest creatures for amusement. Not just encounters, coexistence, managing risk, though some do hunt predators for sport or scientific study. Sport? The word echoed from the translators, each inflection laced with dread. Hunting, fishing, trophy hunting was common, more regulated now. Catch and graze conservation efforts, where hunting funds protection. Big game hunts, deep-sea fishing for giants, bow hunting for formidable prey. Dr. Zunara's light patterns now flashed with desperate speed. Humans hunt apex predators for pleasure? Some do. It's specialized, requiring expertise, specialized gear, preparation, regulated for sustainability. Subduing a dangerous predator with rudimentary tools is considered a triumph. Rudimentary tools? Dr. Vorthor barely whispered. Bows, spears, blades. The challenge lies in proximity, minimizing technological advantage, creating a fairer contest. Dr. Quilp's form morphed into complex geometric shapes, perhaps his equivalent of utter despair. Sir, they deliberately hinder themselves hunting the deadliest beasts? Sometimes. It depends on the hunter, the context. Fair chase, sporting codes, personal preferences. Some prefer high-tech efficiency. Others embrace tradition for skill development. Dr. Orthor slowly faced the Galactic Predator hierarchy, still displayed with meticulous detail. Dr. Quilp, initiate recalculations. Cross-reference all data on human technology, expansion, and predator control. Already underway, sir. Preliminary findings suggest major errors. Alex tilted his helmet. Oh, include military capabilities too. If we're analyzing predatory behavior, human warfare is relevant. Silence descended, the silence of beings facing a terrifying precipice. Military capabilities? Dr. Vthorpe asked, numbly. Yes, we're competitive. Historically, we've created impressive combat technologies and strategies. Might influence our predator ranking. Dr. Quilp's neural network throbbed with an eerie rhythm, hinting at an unholy connection to classified galactic military archives. The rhythmic throbbing intensified. As unsettling data poured in, Dr. Quilp's voice trembled, barely audible through the translation matrix. Grave intelligence gaps plague our understanding of human warfare. They've weaponized atomic energy. Silence descended, heavy and absolute. Biological weapons, chemical agents, orbital bombardment, mutually assured destruction protocols, all documented. Dr. Vortal's respirator fell still. Panic erupted. Delegates molted, postured defensively, desperately signaled home. But Mom, Dr. Quilp stammered, bordering hysteria. The most alarming data. They've never unleashed these weapons on their planet's apex predators. The implication? Dr. Zenthara asked, her photosynthetic patches flashing crimson. They deem no terrestrial predator worthy of their ultimate weapons. Alex's suit rustled. Ah, I've brought nature documentary footage. Witness Earth's predators firsthand. Might assist your research. A holographic display shimmered above the podium, revealing a serene vista, sun-drenched grasslands dotted with trees. Delegates relaxed, stress indicators easing. Africa's savanna, Alex narrated, voice calm. Prime predator habitat. Dr. Vorthol's respirator whirred. Tranquil. Perhaps we've... The idyllic scene shattered. An orange and black blur exploded from seemingly empty grass. The tiger, unrecognizable to the scientists, devoured the distance to its prey in 3 earth-shattering leaps. The kill, swift, brutal. Half the amphitheater experienced simultaneous digestive expulsion. Dr. Quilp's nervous system pulsed colors beyond known spectra. Typical tiger behavior, Alex remarked, as the cat dragged its kill away. G casually, plants gently swaying. The serenity was deceptive. Lurking dangers, masters of stillness, patiently watched. These hunters could remain perfectly still for what felt like eternity, poised for the opportune instant. Then, with terrifying speed, they'd unleash a burst of power, surpassing the reactions of their unsuspecting victims. Suddenly, the screen transitioned, plunging us into the tranquil depths. Submerged in pristine, transparent waters, the scene initially mirrored tranquility. Fish floated without worry. Aquatic vegetation danced with the current. Sunlight dappled through the water, illuminating drifting schools of fish above the Great Barrier Reef. Keep your eyes peeled for activity down below, Alex murmured. A shark, a shadowy bullet of raw power, exploded from the azure depths. It was a horror made real, a predator conjured from the darkest corners of the imagination. The attack was swift, brutal. Dr. Renthic's glowing plates emitted a frantic, chaotic melody, like delicate chimes swallowed by a raging storm. By the stars! How big is that thing? That's actually a younger bull shark, maybe 2.5 meters, Alex explained. They are notorious for their aggression and incredible adaptability. Salt or fresh water doesn't matter. They navigate rivers, ambushing prey where they least expect it. The scene shifted, revealing a hulking brown shape gliding silently through thick woods. When the bear erupted into motion, the earth itself trembled beneath its furious charge. Grizzly, Alex stated. They can hit 60 kilometers an hour in a sprint. Watch how it navigates the brush. 800 kilos of muscle and bone, yet it moves almost without a sound until it chooses to announce itself. Dr. Hennell's vaporous essence constricted into a tight, trembling sphere. Dr. Morgan, how can humans possibly coexist with beasts like these? We're persistence hunters, Alex answered calmly. We don't try to win a sprint or a strength contest. We simply endure. The screen flickered, revealing a scene defying known galactic history. A human persistence hunt. Drone footage captured a small band of humans, their strides relentless, tracking a massive four-legged creature across the savannah. This, Alex began, his tone measured, is ancestral persistence hunting. The quarry, in this instance an antelope, initially outpaces us with bursts of speed. However, humans possess unparalleled stamina, an ability to maintain pursuit tirelessly for days. The antelope's frantic flight becomes its undoing, its strength draining with each desperate sprint until collapse is inevitable. A chilling silence descended upon the room as the video unfolded with grim accuracy. The antelope's initial frenzy dissolved into weary desperation. Its movements became weak until its collapse became imminent. Dr. Vortau's multifaceted eyes were riveted to the screen, registering a terrifying awe. The humans, unflagging, continued their inexorable advance. That is our edge, Alex stated. Endurance. We simply do not stop. It's a legacy that enables us to outlast almost any other organism on the planet. No matter how powerful or fast the quarry might be, its ability to fight is irrelevant to how long it can sustain it. Dr. Zunthara's usually calm, light-gathering patches pulsed with growing alarm. Surely your species has moved beyond such archaic practices, Alex replied. Persistence hunting, in fact, remains a foundational principle. It's interwoven into our military strategies, law enforcement, and even economic warfare. The core idea is to maintain pressure until the target's capability to respond is depleted. The monitor flickered, a new image resolving into what seemed like a human habitat, yet far removed from the primitive huts anticipated. Instead, a radiant metropolis of glass and steel dominated the screen, its intricate transportation arteries pulsing with life, mirroring the circulation of a massive living entity. This is New York City, Alex announced, home to about 8 million humans, plus the wildlife that has adapted to the urban landscape. Observe their predator control systems, the infrastructure meticulously designed to manage both human and animal traffic. Dr. Quilp's neural network now pulsed with complex equations, seemingly calculating population density and ratios. Dr. Morgan, Vorthal inquired, are you suggesting that humans deliberately aggregate in such large numbers while tolerating predator populations within their domain? Precisely, Morgan confirmed. Urban ecology is incredibly intricate. Many prey species flourish in cities, attracting predators, which necessitates strategic management to mitigate conflicts. We have hawks nesting on skyscrapers, coyotes roaming Central Park, and even mountain lions venturing into the suburbs. Abruptly, the footage shifted, revealing a massive feline, a mountain lion, gliding through a suburban residential area. Its movements were deliberate, unhurried, as it wound its way between human homes. That's a mountain lion in Los Angeles, Alex explained. They've mastered navigating these urban environments, generally avoiding direct human interaction, yet undeniably sharing the space. Dr. Vorthal's respirator wheezed, sounding on the verge of malfunction. Humans actively maintain apex predators within their population centers? He croaked. Not actively maintain, Morgan corrected. They maintain themselves. We simply strive to minimize conflicts and sustain healthy population levels. It's beneficial for pest control and overall ecological equilibrium. The screen transitioned to a final sequence, sweeping aerial views of vast, untamed wilderness, teeming with a diversity of life forms, their movements too intricate for immediate comprehension. These are Earth's remaining wild spaces, Alex stated. National parks, nature preserves, wilderness areas. We preserve them to provide habitat for predators and to safeguard natural ecosystem dynamics. Dr. Quilp's neural patterns erupted into what appeared to be abstract art, a visual representation of his shattered scientific preconceptions. Sir, he declared, based on this data, we must completely redefine our understanding of predator-prey dynamics, territorial behavior, and the very nature of civilization. In what way, Dr. Quilp? Vorthal asked, though a note of anticipation laced his voice. Sir, Quilp responded, humans appear to be apex predators who have intentionally chosen to sustain competing apex predator populations within their own world, for both ecological integrity and, remarkably, recreational purposes. This demonstrates a confidence in their predatory abilities that far surpasses anything in our known universe. A hushed murmur rippled through the amphitheater as the delegates grappled with the implications. As this chilling realization dawned, a seismic wave of dread pulsed through the assembled scientists. Dr. Thalson's optical sensors locked onto Alex's unassuming figure. Dr. Morgan, where would you estimate humanity's position in a revised Galactic Predator ranking? Honestly, I'd need comparative species data, Dr. Morgan replied. But considering what you've described, we'd rank quite high. We employ tools, hunt in groups, possess remarkable stamina, and adapt to almost any environment. Alex paused, a shadow of thought crossing her face. Furthermore, we actively manage the population sizes of other apex predators across our entire planet. That should count for something. Suddenly, Dr. Quilp's nervous system flared with urgent luminescence. Sir, my preliminary recalculations are complete. If humans are classified as apex predators, demonstrating advanced tool usage, social hunting, and planet-wide territorial control, they ascend to first place in the galactic hierarchy, sir, by a considerable margin. An oppressive silence suffocated the amphitheater, born from the collective, horrifying realization that their fundamental understanding of the universe was catastrophically, irrevocably wrong. Dr. Vorthor slowly turned, his gaze fixed on Alex in the back. Dr. Morgan, is Earth's government aware that your species qualifies as the galaxy's apex predator, perhaps the entire galaxy? Our government? No, I don't believe this has been formally addressed. We're still deeply focused on local issues: climate change, resource management, societal development. We only recently confirmed the existence of other intelligent species. Surely your military is aware of your species' capabilities in relation to other galactic civilizations. Alex's helmet tilted subtly. I doubt it. As I said, our concerns remain largely earthbound. Is this something we should fear? The question hung like a sentence of doom. Delegates were already activating emergency communication channels, transmitting urgent reports to their respective governments and military commands. Dr. Voral's multifaceted eyes shifted to the main display, where the Galactic Predator hierarchy blazed, now a testament to their profound and obsolete misjudgment. Dr. Quilp, he said, his voice strained, draft an emergency bulletin for all Galactic Council member civilizations. Priority 1 classification. What should the message convey, sir? Dr. Vorthor hesitated, the soft clicks of his breathing apparatus amplifying the tension. Inform them that our previous assessments of Earth's threat level were dangerously inadequate. Recommend immediate revision of all first contact protocols. And, Dr. Quilp? Yes, sir? Add a personal note from me, too. The Council authorities confessed their grave misjudgment regarding Earth, an error of immense proportions. As desperate, frantic transmissions overwhelmed every channel in the galactic comms, Alex remained still, a solitary figure in the amphitheater's dimmest recess, seemingly oblivious to the galactic military's unprecedented mobilization they had unwittingly initiated. Breaking the rising tension, Alex calmly inquired, "So, amidst all this, when might we expect those revised combat assessments? I'm quite eager to know where Tigers ultimately stand against your Void Stalkers in terms of relative lethality."